Hello BookTube, welcome back to my library. We're Nerdified here, and I've got one of my two adorable cats and wanted to just check in with you guys and share with you what I've been reading the past few weeks and kind of channel goals and reading goals for 2023. Reading goals, there's some authors I want to get to that'll be a video for another day coming soon, but without further ado, this is what I've been reading recently. I got a stack of books next to me with what I've recently read all the way up to my current read. It's not many, but I wanted to share with you guys what I've read. Just give you guys a good idea of my reading tastes and what you should see in the channel in future videos. I read The Rook by Daniel O'Malley towards the end of November. I think I finished November with this, and it was really good. I don't know if I'll continue with the series. I think there's 2 others out at this point. If I didn't finish November with this, I finished November with a palate cleanser that I'm not remembering. This has turned into a Starz show. I don't have Starz. I don't know how I'm going to be able to watch it, but I would enjoy probably watching the show. I enjoyed this book enough. I think I gave it either high 3 stars or low 4 stars. And the characters in this are really good. Miffy's really good. It's a mystery. Miffy loses her memory. She's an agent for a secret society or a government society in England. And it's dealing with who is attacking her and wants her dead, and it's really good. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's something that I kind of saw coming, but in a way that I wasn't expecting, so it was still good enough to be a near 4-star read, but not necessarily good enough to be like an instant favorite. Bookmark fell out of it too. Promise I've read it. I started December with Termination Shock by Neal Stephenson. I do have a signed copy. I just found it at a Barnes & Noble and kept passing it up and saw that it was a signed copy, and it was like, I gotta buy it now. So I had read Neal Stephenson before. I'd read Seven Eves, however you say that, and remember liking it enough to want to read more of his stuff. And I picked this up, and it might be on a future top 5, top 10 list. I'm not going to tell you which because it'll spoil the list, but I'm happy I read it. It's a thriller. It's a political thriller, so it might not be as action-packed as one might think when they hear the word thriller, but it's worth reading, in my opinion, if you are well-versed in sci-fi. Neal Stephenson's one of those authors who's hit or miss. I will, being vague for a reason, I will go in depth in a future video on my thoughts on Termination Shock. Most recent book I finished was just this past week. I read this in maybe 2 full days. I started it, I want to say, on a Wednesday night, and I finished it on a Friday night. And that's Red Shirts by John Scalzi. This is the first John Scalzi I've read. I've seen a bunch of his books in bookstores for years and never really gave them any thought. And few other booktubers that I follow and that I watch have started reading him and have said that they're really good. And this was the first book I picked up by him and read and devoured it. It's really good. It takes a lot of sci-fi tropes and kind of uses them to its benefit. If you've seen Star Trek, you'll get the reference. I've seen enough of Star Trek to get the reference. It's about side characters and in those types of movies, and I'm not going to say anything else because if I say anything else, it'll spoil it. But it's well worth the read. It's a very quick read. It's punchy. It's one that you're not going to want to put down. I highly recommend this. This was a pleasant surprise in 2022, and John Scalzi might be an author I read more of in 2023, but I'm just not sure yet. My current read for the end of the year is probably going to be the penultimate book, maybe the anti-penultimate book that I read. Probably the anti-penultimate book that I read. I'll probably get to 2 more after this. I want to take my time with this, but also kind of push through it because it's been a page turner so far. And that's Snow Crash by Neal Stephenson. I'll show you the spine because it has the title. I do read hardcovers naked. I do take the dust jacket off. I know a few other people, a few of my friends do the same thing. I think they get in the way when I have them physically on as I read, and I hope I run the risk of ruining them, in my opinion, if I have the dust jacket on. But I'm liking Snow Crash so far. I'm about 180 pages in. I've heard it's Stevenson's best, and right now I'm agreeing about a third of the way through. I'm agreeing with those assumptions based off the 2 others I've read by Stevenson. And it's really good. It's probably going to take me the next couple days to finish, but I'm really looking forward to sitting down. There's some inclement weather coming to where I live in America, so the next couple days I'm just sit down and read and relax and maybe have a hot cup of coffee or a hot cup of cocoa and enjoy life, really. So those are my recent reads along with my current read. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone has a great holiday season, and I'll catch you guys next time.